So before you flush anything inside the printer, you want to grab paper towel. And what's very important about this procedure is making sure nothing spills inside the printer head. Once again, I want to mention that the USB cable must be unplugged from the computer. So I'm taking this paper towel, I'm folding it. What I'm doing is I want to place the paper towel directly here on the left hand side. You do not want anything spilling, especially, on the right hand side. Nothing must spill on the right hand side. It's very important. There's a connector here. If you spill anything inside that connector, it will damage the printer. And of course that's not covered under warranty, so you want to be sure that that doesn't happen. Take a syringe, already filled it with half nail polish remover. And if the paper towel is in the way, you may want to just maybe just cut that in half instead. So place it right there, just in case anything spills. So I make sure the tip of the syringe must make physical contact with the post of the printer head. You do not want to use a syringe with a longer silicone, because of course that would just detach and separate easily. So right now the tip of this syringe, I can feel it. If I push down, it will make physical contact with the post of the printer head. And what I want to do is slowly push down. And if you get eye level with the printer, you will see that there's a fine stream being ejected from the bottom of the print head. And there is no missing gaps in it. If there were missing gaps, then that would mean part of the nozzles are clogged. So let me flush that again and show you again here. Make sure, of course, the tip of the syringe is touching the physical post of the printer. I'm going to push down, and you see that's clear. So you basically want to push about half a syringe through. If there's missing nozzles, what I tend to do is use half a syringe first, push down, and then pull up on the syringe. Push down, and then pull up. Down, and pull up again. This is a pumping motion in which it would unclog anything that's stuck inside the actual nozzle. So that's one full syringe. I'm going to take an empty syringe now. Push just air through the printer head. I normally do about 2 or 3. So let's do that again. And you can see if there's any more solution from ejecting underneath it. I take a paper towel, just dab the bottom of the printer head. Let's place that paper towel back there. Let's move on to the next color now. Same thing, make sure the tip physically touching the post of the printer head. And being that this is a new printer head, nothing's clogged in it, so I'm just gonna push the nail polish through it. Push air through it. Next color, if you're comfortable using a full syringe, you can do that as well. Remember, always start off slow and then apply more pressure afterwards. Air. And now push air through it. Next color. You may want to move these dampers aside for now to reach the other colors. Just push air through it. And the last color. Get to wipe the bottom of the printer head. What you can also do is grab a Q-tip. This is a special Q-tip in which we sell as well. Or you can use any other type of Q-tip. I want to make sure that there's no ink buildup here. So I just put a little bit nail polish remover. Just wiping it down a bit. Make sure it's clean looking. Of course, because if there's ink buildup, it would just harden and of course interfere with just the overall functionality of the equipment. Ink buildup is not good for the printer, so make sure that that does not happen. Just discard that. Take another paper towel, just a few drops of nail polish. I'm going to dab the bottom of the printer head. See, and you see all that came off of it, so you can tell that it's still dirty. And this is a part of the weekly maintenance as well, making sure that there's no ink buildup on the bottom of the printer head. See how much dirt came off of that? So what we're also going to do is flush the capping station tubes. But before we get to that, we're going to do just clean up of the printer railing system, the encoder strip, the railing system on the track system of the printer, then flush the capping station tubes. So let's place this inside here so we have more movement here in room. Going to grab a lint-free gauze, and I'm going to clean first the encoder strip. What you want to do is just take that lint-free gauze and just pinch the strip here and just move it all the way across, and you'll see there's going to be some type of residue that comes off. If there isn't, that means it's already clean. This should be done every Friday as well. If there's any ink stains, you can take just a few little small drops of the nail polish here. I'm just using 2 drops here, and of course pinch and run it through again. And just move the printer on the other side, and the same thing again, making sure there's nothing on that. Use the same lint-free gauze and wipe the actual railing system of the printer head. This is also once a week, so I'm going to place this here and I'll push the printer head across and over. The main goal is making sure there's no type of black residue. What happens over a period of time is it will build up and actually restrict the movement of the printer head. So I'm going to clean the other side now. Make sure you don't see any black residue. So once that's clean, I'm going to apply more oil to the shaft. So let's go ahead and do that. A few drops here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Move the printer head over. Same thing other side. Just a few drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Move the printer from left to right, and you can feel the movement become smoother once you apply the oil. So once that's done, the next thing you want to do is we are going to grease the track system of the printer. So let's move some things aside. Push the bed back. You can clean this with a paper towel. That's what I'm going to use. Grab a paper towel, some nail polish remover, place it on the paper towel, and you want to just make sure that there is no type of buildup of anything on the track system. Make sure you go inside the grooves, both rails, both sides, and also the back as well. But before we move on to the back, if you see any grease build up on the center worm shaft, you can grab the paper towel and just grip it and just pull the track system toward you, just to remove any type of grease on it. What also works is if you have just a cotton t-shirt, this is just an old t-shirt as well, you can use that as well for this part. Same thing, just hold it, push it backwards, same thing. So I'm going to go to the back of the printer. Don't forget to do the back. Just going to do that quickly here. Right at the back of it. And while I'm here, I'm going to do the same thing I did in the front. And since I'm already here, I'm going to place some oil on the alum shaft. So I normally just put it on the center of the shaft. You don't want to place them inside the screw holes, the set screws, because of course it's just going to go inside the set screw hole. So I put it in between, then place a few drops on the center worm shaft, and then we're going to do that at the front. Push the tray forward, same thing, a few drops. And this is done, I normally do this, depending on your production, I would say maybe once every 2 weeks. But if you're doing a lot of throughput every day, maybe 10 hours, once a week I would say I would do this. And then manually with your hand push the bed forward and back. And you'll notice how smooth the bed moves here. That's how you would re-grease the track system.